Hello,
Hi.
this is Brenda Underwood with Breakthrough for Life coming to you live with my client.
Chiquita Simmons with Next Gen Realty.
And we are coming to just kind of share a little bit of her success story with Breakthrough for Life coaching. And the first part that we're going to start out is just learning a little bit about Chiquita. So Chiquita, tell me about Next Gen Realty.
Well, it is a residential and commercial company based in Atlanta, Georgia. It was birthed in Atlanta, Georgia, where I reside with Brenda. I started out with the company because I wanted to be able to do real estate differently for the next generation. So that's hence the name Next Gen Realty. So we are a full service brokerage as well as we do property management up under our company to help investors with their investment portfolio.
Okay, awesome. So you do real estate. So you're a realtor. So you buy and sell homes.
Yes.
As well as you have a property management company.
Yes, so we work with landlords and tenants, and then the tenants that we work with, we help them place into the property, but while they're there, we also offer them the opportunity to repair their credit so that at the end of their lease, they can purchase a home if they would like.
Okay, awesome. So tell me, what is the difference between being a broker and being a real estate agent?
Okay, well, as a real estate broker, you're the managing broker of the company. So whereas the company that an agent will work for, they work for a broker who owns the company. So I am the owner of the real estate company.
Okay, so that means you can have real estate agents working with you.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So we have got us an up and coming star here. I mean, this chick is like, I'm not just going to do some real estate. I'm going to do some real estate, okay? So she's going to own the brokerage. I love the way she thinks. She wants to, a Warren Buffett comment. Warren Buffett said that he owns the canvas and he owns the paint and he owns the brush. And this is who she is. She owns the paint, she owns the canvas, she owns the brush. She can make it look however she want to make it look.
And I do follow Warren Buffett and I do like his model. So a lot of what my company offers will resemble a lot of his growth and ownership for my agents working for my company as well. So you're not in business by yourself. You're actually in business with a realtor who's a broker who was a realtor and who is a realtor and understands the struggle, so we could be able to help you grow with your business.
Awesome. So if you're looking to get into real estate, this chick right here knows her stuff. Okay.
Thank you.
If you're looking to get into investing and you want some residual income,
Yes.
I plan on buying 10 properties over the next year. Guess who I'm going to be working with? I keep where I spend the Breakthrough for Life. I work with so many different types of clients in so many different industries. I literally don't have to go outside my network of clientele to get anything I need. I have lawyers, I have doctors, I have real estate agents, I have Mary Kay representatives, I have people who do Rodan and Fields, I have people who do hair. I have a variety of clientele that I've worked with that I actually get to go and pour back into their business. And so this is one of the beautiful things. I'm looking at having a long partnership with Chiquita, and that's the plus of being the owner of Breakthrough for Life. I get to pick and choose the clients that I work with, and I don't pick everybody. We just finished signing paperwork for her to sign up for my 1-year Achievers program, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But not everybody's even invited to that, because at Breakthrough for Life, what I'm looking for winners who want to win. So I'm going to brag on this one a little bit more. So she going to blush and all that stuff, because I love encouraging people. I believe there's enough pie for everybody to win.
Exactly.
And I look for winners that are ready to take action. One of the things I love about working with Chiquita and why I invited her to my 1-year coaching program after she completed my 10-week Ignite program was because she's a go-getter. She takes action without making excuses. And throughout this process, we've got an opportunity to really see her have some breakthrough moments. So when we begin to look at who Chiquita is as a person, as a business owner, as a community builder, I want to kind of look at the services of her business. Who benefits most from your services?
I personally believe that my clients benefit most from my services, but my clients as well as my agents. But seeing their benefit, it actually helps me because it allows me to understand that I'm actually providing a service that is just not a one-time. Even though it's a one-time service, it is a long process or a long service that they could have for, for a legacy, either passing something on to themselves, working with my clients. So they benefit most because they receive the services, but I benefit seeing the smile on their face and actually seeing them accomplish the goals that they set out for themselves.
Okay, so how would you describe your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone that I can work with. As in real estate, we typically do transactions, but I like clients that I can learn from them and their transactions. I see the process of them being able to accomplish a goal. Clients that are knowing what they want, and if they don't know what they want, I can help them understand the whole process and be there for them. So clients that are just ready to make that next step to be able to have something for themselves. And that's on the client side. As far as my ideal clients for my agents, I really like agents that are hungry for the business and hungry to help people get to that goal. Anybody can, just provide a service without the customer service. But when you provide the service and you make an impact in someone's life, that is the ideal client, because I want to be someone that could, like how Brenda said, can be a part of that connection and that network for a long period of time. I don't want to just have clients where I'm just there for that moment. I want my clients to feel that they know that this is not just a one-time transaction or a one-time situation.
Okay, awesome. One of the things that is really important to me is that I work with people who are passionate. When I'm selecting people to work with, whether or not it's buying property or getting my hair done, I don't want someone who goes through the technical process of doing stuff. I want someone who this is their passion, their purpose, their blood, sweat, and tears has been poured into monetizing their passion. And it's a very different thing to go to a doctor who is passionate about medicine and one who got into medicine because they wanted to make a big paycheck. Big difference in their bedside manner, okay? And I just, love the passion that Chiquita has for real estate and what she brings to the table for her clients. She doesn't want just to interact. She wants to become a part of their dream achievement process. And that's awesome. When you're working with someone who's passionate about what they do, you always get more than what you pay for.
Yep.
And when we begin to think about life coaching, what caused you to reach out for a life coach?
I wanted to be better in my life. We all say we want to make changes, and sometimes change is hard, but I wanted to have someone that could help me be accountable to the things that I wanted in my life with my business as well as where I wanted to go. And with the life coaching, I knew the benefit of it. I knew how it could help me, how it could allow me to be able to walk in my truth and to be able to grow in areas that I needed help to be able to grow in. So that's why I reached out for business life coaching as well as business coaching, because I didn't want to do what I was doing consistently the wrong way.
Okay. One of the things that she often said to me, she said, as being an entrepreneur, she didn't always have someone else to bounce stuff off of. And so I love being there with my clients, and I work with clients that do business life that I can do business life coaching with. So I'm not just a business coach. I started out as just a business coach because after 25 years of being in corporate, I have hired and fired 1,000 people in 25 years. I'm always in a hiring position. She used to work with me when I worked at Toshiba as the business development manager there. And I hired Chiquita, and she worked with me, and I think she stayed there after I left. But this is the thing. When you're working with people on a regular basis, you want to work with people that you like doing business with. That's so important. And when I begin to look at working with Chiquita and look at my clients, I do a discovery session, and it's just that. It's a discovery session for my clients to find out what am I all about and find out what they're all about and see if they're ready to take action, because everybody wants to be successful, but not everybody wants to do the work
Yes.
of success. And so when you look at coming to work with a life coach, it's all about the results. You're really not hiring a coach, you're hiring a result. And I don't work with people just on business, because when I started out working with people just in business, one of my first clients had a problem with the staff. And she told me, she said, my staff told me I don't like people. And I said, okay, is that true? And she said, well, no, I really don't like people. And I'm like, okay, so let's work on that. Let's see, what is it that we need to do so that we can begin to peel back the layers so that your staff will feel loyal and trusting towards you, so that they'll do more than what you ask for. Because when people feel loved and encouraged and inspired, they do more. They help. And she was like, nope, I didn't hire you for that. She said, I hired you to get my business to a certain level, and I don't want to talk about my issues with people. And I thought, ding, ding, ding. You bumped my head only one time. I learned a lesson. And from that point forward, I only work with business clients that allow me to touch on the life aspects that are hindering them from reaching the business goals. Because can you really compartmentalize business and life?
No.
You can't. So let me give you an example. If I'm hot like a firecracker at my boyfriend or my fiance or my husband,
I'm gonna say you're with your employees.
and I come to work and I'm hot like a firecracker, we just got into a fight, knockdown, drag out argument, and I blazed off and went to work, what do you think my temperament's gonna be like when I get to work?
Hot like a firecracker.
Hot like a firecracker, right? So can I really separate? Can you really separate work and life? We try. But oftentimes they spill over. And oftentimes what's hindering you in life has to do with your business. And what's hindering you in business has to do with your life. So I love the type of client that Chiquita is for me, because she gives me the permission to speak into both. And so have you had results in both?
I actually have. And we started out just where I was tunnel focused on only the business. And within our first couple of sessions, we realized that I needed to actually work on the personals, because you can't separate who you are in life from who you are in business. They're married together. And even though I thought it was compartmentalized and it was separate, I was two different people, I really was just one person operating in a business and then in my personal life, but they actually were the same person. So you need both, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're a business owner, because you're dealing with people on a personal level. And so personal things will come out, or your personalities will come out. And so the coaching definitely helped me understand that.
Awesome. And when we begin to look at when you first, now I want you to go back before we had an encounter.
Oh, Lord, okay.
Before we had an encounter, where we got together and started doing life coaching. When you first reached out, she found me on Facebook because I did a Facebook Live, and she reached out to me when I was doing the Brenda Chronicles, which I keep saying I'm going to go back to doing, but that's another story for another day. She reached out to me and we got to just dialoguing, and she talked about me, interested in a life coach. Were you skeptical about life coaching before you had any coaching?
I wasn't skeptical, and the reason being is because I've always been that individual in life where I wanted a mentor. I wanted someone that would be able to help me, along the path of where I knew I wanted to go. Mentorships and mentors, they don't come too easily, for just a lot of people. And I wanted that, and I saw if I knew I wanted my business to grow, and I knew I wanted a better life for myself, I knew that I needed some kind of coaching. What I was skeptical about is how, the true not understanding of what a life coach could do. That was the only skepticism that I had. Like, I didn't know all of what was encompassed in it. But I knew I needed it. I just didn't know all of what it looked like.
Okay. And that's why Chiquita is an ideal client, because she knows that she cannot do this journey alone. We often have a hard time admitting we need help, that we can't do it all. Reading a book and watching a motivational video is not going to get you to the winning finish line. And the whole goal of Breakthrough for Life is to help people win at life, help people win in career, in relationship, in self, spirituality, all of those things encompass a winning life. And many people have some level of skepticism on some point, but when you are aware that you need help, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so that's why I love working with Chiquita. When we begin to look at this process, what results have you achieved through the 10-week life coaching program with Breakthrough for Life?
The truest result that I received was getting out my own way. Hands down. We all sometimes feel like we got it together, and you may have it together on the outside because you look like you got it together, but really realizing that there was you'll learn from her coaching that there's barriers that you don't know that you have, and or you think you got them tucked away in your cute little bag or your cute little wallet, and they're not, and they're out there on your outfit on Front Street, but you don't realize it because you really believe that you got it together. So me getting out my own way to understand things that I needed to work on, the right way. That was my biggest breakthrough for me, because I feel like I'm strong. I got it together. I just need help with business. Me really getting out my own way and being receptive to the information was my biggest big breakthrough.
And when I certify life coaches, one of the things that I tell or I train my life coaches to develop tools to help people become self-aware, because it's often the blind spot that is keeping us from getting the progress we need. So when you look at life coaching, there's a few things that a good certified life coach is going to help you do. And one of those is going to help you reveal your blind spots. Your girlfriend can't help you reveal your blind spots because they probably hers too, because y'all in cahoots together. She Thelma, you Louise, and y'all got a full tank of gas. And so really getting to the place where you understand your blind spots, so then you can deal with that barrier, break through that barrier, so that you can gain the clarity you need, so that you can craft a life you can fall in love with over and over again. When people ask me, okay, Brenda, what is it that you do? I tell them, I help my clients, as a result of working with me, define their purpose or find their purpose, monetize their passions to create multiple streams of revenue, and gain the confidence they need to face off with the fears they'll encounter as they are going on that journey to craft a life they can fall in love with.
Okay. And you did that.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about that. I believe that when people operate in their purpose, they're going to feel more fulfillment, more joy, more compassion for others. They can get to a place of living a life of contribution, and they are able then to sit back and lay their head on the pillow and say, it's been a good day. I won today. And if I win this month and I win this year, then I win my life.
Yep.
And that's the whole thing.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, is breaking out of that mediocrity so that we can actually live a life on purpose.
Yes.
And she already knew what her purpose is. She already knew what is, what sets her soul on fire. So my big thing with working with Chiquita was helping her figure out that how, fine-tuning that place, and revealing, as she said, the big blind spots that were keeping her from getting the traction she needed. Because she was taking the actions. Let me tell you, this chick right here, she do her action steps. I need 20 of her a month. Okay, she does her action steps. So what has been the greatest breakthrough? I mean, we had 11 sessions. So with the Ignite program, it's a 10-week sprint, and we focus on one goal. With her, we did 2 goals. Because halfway through it, we figured we needed to take a detour. But she accomplished her first goal, right?
Right.
And what was your first goal?
My first goal was focusing on the business and getting some of the policies and procedures done. So as the agents continue to come, the foundation is laid. So we worked on the business part of it the first period of our sessions.
And so we went through marketing,
social media, policies, procedures, tangible things that we needed to do, that you would need in a business, to be able to make sure that foundation is laid.
Yes, the sales structure. comp plan, pricing, all of those things. And that's like oxygen to me. I breathe and live that because I did it for 25 years. I could do it in my sleep. Now, soul oxygen is the other half of her sessions, where we really got into some of the things that was hindering her in her personal life. With that being said, one of the main components of working with her is that she was willing to face what she saw in the mirror. She didn't hide from it. She said, ooh, I didn't know that was there, but let's deal with it. And so she got some results that only people who are willing to face the person in the mirror get. And it's a partnership when we do coaching. So with that, I think I started with the question, I kind of derailed. What was the greatest breakthrough you had?
For me, like I said, I wasn't skeptical coming in, but I did have a guard up coming in, because especially when it went towards the personal side, because I was, like she said, about the business. The greatest breakthrough that I had with Brenda, and I don't even know if she knows, is she actually allowed herself to not be forceful and allow herself to be available for me to trust, so that I can even let her in to help me deal with some of the barriers that I have, and even though we may speak with our friends and our girlfriends about things, we do it with the limitation, and the trust was there, and there was no judgment there once I realized, whoa, I had this barrier or I had this situation and I didn't even know, because I really thought I had my stuff together. And so her being available to be trusting, that was a breakthrough for me, because sometimes when you deal with women, or you deal with business, we want to be strong because we're not told to be weak, but her being very trusting and very non-judgmental was what continued to help me have the breakthroughs that I did have.
And that is news to me. Because when I train life coaches through my academy, which is an 18-week, which is a 12-week certification program, where I go through and I teach them about how to do a coaching business, as well as I teach them coaching modalities. One of the things that I teach them is how to build trust quickly. And trust is never built with force. It's never built. When you have to feel yourself being forceful with someone, you got to pull back, because force, they can feel that energy. And no, I'm not a new age, I'm a Christian coach, but energy is God created, y'all. They can feel that energy. You need to let the client be comfortable to share. And so one of the things that I tell them when I'm training life coaches is, look, build rapport, build trust, and they'll open up. You don't have to force it. You just need to be available, and you need to make it non-judgmental. Don't make any assumptions. When I work with my clients, I let them know I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in, so I have no judgment for you. And if we peel back the layers of the pages in my life, girlfriend, I am Mary Magdalene, a woman delivered from many a demons. I ain't got no judgment for anybody. And this isn't a place where there's an ought or a should or an expectation. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to be the big bad person on the block, the boss, because a winner knows that they have areas to grow. And that's what makes them a winner, because they acknowledge it and then they work to grow it, to develop. And so if there was anyone out there that was skeptical about life coaching, what would you say to a skeptic?
First thing, and I don't want to be repetitive, get out your own way. Like I told Brenda, I'm a dot in my situation, and I said that quite a bit. But sometimes you have to get out your own way and allow the growth that you want to be available to you, because it's out there. We see it everywhere. People talking about coaching, and they're a life coach and they're a business coach. Find the right person, Brenda. Find the right person to be there for you. When you accept a life coach into your life, you just showed up for yourself. So you've really accomplished 50% of the breakthrough already. And then just be receptive to working on yourself. So we show up for concerts, we show up for a 50% off sale or a bonus or whatever it is. Show up for yourself and get a coach. You will not regret it. If anything, you'll learn more about yourself truthfully, and you get to be able to deal with your own things truthfully. So if you're skeptical, just show up for yourself. That'll be the best investment you ever did for your life and yourself and your family.
Okay, awesome. So we talked a lot about some intangibles and some tangibles. I want people watching this testimony to understand some real tangible things that she walked away with. Okay, she mentioned them, but I'm going to draw them out. One is she got her policies, procedures, her marketing strategy put together. She got her pricing strategy put together for her agents. She got an infrastructure put together for her business, as well as she got breakthrough in her relationship. She's got breakthrough in her confidence. Would you say?
Yes.
She got breakthrough in her confidence. She got breakthrough in her relationships. And these are the results that you pay for. So when you're looking...
Can I add something? I don't
Yes.
want to cut you off. In regards to the confidence, I got breakthrough with the confidence without an attitude. Because sometimes you can have confidence with the attitude and it doesn't come off the right way, if you know what I'm saying. But I was able to just be confident without having the chip or anything like that, how sometimes we can be portrayed as. So.
Yeah. Cocky.
Right.
Yeah. Confidence minus the cocky.
Right.
And the beauty of true confidence, it's an inner strength on the inside that says that I always win.
Yes.
I always win.
Yes. And I thank you for that. I really do. I'm serious, and this is probably not, what she has, or thank you for being there for me. I mean, 100%. And I know the video is gone, but you don't know what you did for my life. I'm so serious. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Y'all, I don't have my mom, and to have a woman who is as godly as she is, no judgment, and will hug you and give you that big old grandmama hug, as well as help you through everything that you got to go through. This is it. This is real. This ain't for no show. This is 100% genuine life coaching, and she really wants you to win. She really, really does. Take an opportunity to work with Brenda, and do not give up on yourself, because she is not going to give up on you. Okay? So I just wanted to add that. It was just on my heart, and I really, 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 really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
She got me about to cry. I'm glad I didn't put on any mascara. This is my life heart.
Yeah.
This is my life passion.
And it comes through naturally and genuine.
It is, I spent years working in inner healing ministry and working with Christians for them to get to a place where they're like, I'm doing all I know how to do, but I'm still not experiencing the promises of God. And people win at life. People think that's a secular thing, but it's a biblical thing. Yeah. God says that He gives us a procession of triumph. And I said, God, I'm tired of being in this space and people who love you and people who are going hard after you, and they're coming to church and they're reading their Bibles and they're praying to you, but they still are not encountering their promised land. How can I help them encounter their promised land?
You're doing it.
And he said, become a life coach. I'm like, what? What's that? But let me tell you, I would do this for free if God let me. But He's called me into the occupation of life coaching, so it's not free. Let me let you know that. It ain't free. But I believe for my clients, if they show up, we show up, a synergy takes place, and it becomes the best investment that you can make in your life. And the whole goal is to help you get into that promised land, help you get that procession of triumph in every area, every battle you win. You win at life because that is what God ordained for you.
Yes.
And so I'm excited because we're getting ready to go on a 1 year
1 year
1 year journey. And what does that look like? It's twice a month. We're going to get together and we're going to work on everything. We worked on a lot of stuff during her 10 week to get a one specific goal accomplished. She actually got a bonus, so she got more than what she paid for. She got 2 goals accomplished. But this 1 year sprint is what I call the future you. Defining who you want to be 1 year from today and then putting the steps together to get there. And so I'm so excited to go on this journey with you.
So am I.
And so thank you guys for coming and watching us. We appreciate it. Again, this is Brenda Underwood with Breakthrough for Life, Certified Christian Life Coach.
And Chikita Simmons with Next Gen Realty.
So if you need to buy a house or you need a winning life, see us. Bye-bye.